to Grade 6 ELA for the week of May 11th, 2020. In this episode, we will be reading an article and tracing an argument. We know that in language arts, an argument is not a disagreement with someone. In other words, there's no fighting or yelling involved. An argument in language arts is where we make a claim and support that claim with valid reasons and evidence. Making an effective argument requires that you give your audience strong reasons and relevant evidence to support your claim. A strong argument also appeals to your audience through persuasive language and style. In your packet for this week, for May 11th, you will find two articles on two different topics. You will choose one article to read and track the argument for either pro, meaning for, or against, meaning or con. Then you will choose a side, either pro or con, and trace the development of that particular argument. There are many video games available today, and some are highly criticized due to their violent content. So for this episode, you will be reading part of an article about banning video games. Should violent video games be banned? Yes or no? For or against? If you're for it, you're saying they should be banned. If you're against it, you're saying they should not be banned. For the sake of time, we read the piece of the article which develops the argument against banning violent video games. Here we go. Con, against the ban. Violent video games do not increase aggression. A 2005 University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign study found players were not statistically different from the non-playing control group in their beliefs on aggression after playing the game than they were before playing it. He added, nor was the gameplay a predictor of aggressive behaviors. Compared with the control group, the players neither increased their argumentative behaviors after the gameplay, nor were significantly more likely to argue with their friends and partners. People know video game violence is fake. Cheryl Olson. It's perverse, but it's also pretend. From the New York Times, June 27, 2011. Many people assume that video game violence is consistently and unspeakably awful, but these people haven't played many video games. The state drew its examples of depravity almost exclusively from an obscure game called Postal 2, which, surveys show, is rarely played by children or young teens. The game is deliberately outrageous. A trailer for Postal 3, said to be out later this year, encourages players to tase those annoying hockey moms. This may sound disturbing, but it's also ridiculous. And young people know it. As one 13-year-old said during a study conducted at Harvard, with video games, you know it's fake. FBI data shows that youth violence continues to decline. It is now at its lowest rate in years. Violent video games, therefore, can hardly be seen as a major problem since they've been around for years. TV violence is more harmful than violent video games. According to research conducted by the writer Cheryl Olson, there is much better evidence to support psychological harm from exposure to violence on TV news.